So to the night that I gave up drinking, so I'd often thought to myself, I have to give up drinking, I have to give up drinking. All the time. And I knew if I didn't give up drinking when I did, because my son was getting, like, he was 12 at the time, 13 when I gave up drinking, but I knew if I hadn't given up drinking, he would end up in jail, because I wasn't there to look after him. I wasn't there to keep control over him. I was always out getting drunk. So that was one of the big driving forces, but not to mention I wanted to do it for myself, my own self-esteem. So the night I gave up drinking, what happened was I went out that night and I missed 4 hours. I don't know what happened. I can't tell you what happened, but I woke up this next morning, and this is a little bit graphic, so just know before you watch this. I woke up the next morning and there was my dress on the ground, ripped. There was a wine glass smashed against the wall, a empty bottle on the floor, and a huge pile of red vomit beside the bed. At the time I was on antidepressants, and I thought, well, if one of these pills is going to make me feel good, then the whole box is going to make me feel a lot better. I wasn't trying to kill myself. I just thought, the whole box is going to make me feel good. So I took the whole box. And what had happened during the night, I had thrown up. And I told my doctor the story, and he said to me if I hadn't thrown up, I would be dead today. So I woke up the next morning and I looked at all this, and that was my rock bottom. My flat was filthy. My life was just a joke. I was on welfare. I was living in a housing commission. I was just... It doesn't get much more rock bottom than that. So that day I spent in bed with a hangover, like I always did. And then it was the next day. It was a Thursday. Friday I was hungover. Saturday was the races. So I went to the pub with a friend, and I said no, I wasn't going to have a drink. I'd have soda water. And that was the beginning of the end for me. Never drank another drop after that day. And I'm just grateful my son still talks to me. He comes around all the time. We have a very, very, very good relationship, very close. I absolutely love him to death. I think that was one of the saving graces when I was drinking, that I told my son every single day I loved him. And I did love him. I was just a drunk. Anyway, so that was my rock bottom.